Well, I made the executive decision to move. There was just kind of a creepy neighbor at that other spot. It was really quiet, which was good, except there was this, well, anyways, I just trust my instinct. And so I am now here. And while this is not as quiet as far as not having anybody around, I feel a hell of a lot safer. And I think it's always very important to trust your instincts. So as a woman, well, as anybody actually. So I'm now here. But the good news is the bathrooms are right there and it's not a pit toilet. And I'm just about to finish my book. So there's a free library, you know, one of those little community book libraries here. So I'm gonna go check that out and see what's there for books. Yeah, I'm at the Sayward Valley Resort. And I think this is gonna be a much better spot. Okay, it's supper time. It's time to make something. I'm gonna make sort of a soft taco rice thing, I think. Let's see what we got. Okay. Tortillas. Little cheese. Okay. Oh, here we are. All right. I'm gonna have one of these pepper lime lagers because why not? That's what I say. Why not? Very good. All right, so let's turn on some lights. There we go. So I got a little bit of this Mexican blend Bay of cheese. That's the oat milk one. Got a couple of these veggie sausage links that I had in the freezer that I brought. This has diced onion and there's red pepper underneath. And then I got some tortillas and I have some taco mix and some taco sauce. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use this, but I did bring it. I have a pack of the smoky flavor rice and beans. So let's get to making some dinner because I'm hungry. So I don't have a lot of cutting or anything to do. I'm just going to sort of chop these a little bit. The onion and the red pepper I already chopped at home. However, I didn't bring any oil, so we're going to use butter. It's just the way it's going to have to be. Oh well. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, now let's turn another light on. Let's drink some more of our beer. Awesome. Okay. So let's get the peppers and onion sauteing. Now the thing about this frying pan is, the thing I like about it is the handle comes off. Actually, the handle comes off the wood set as well as. So now I have to get this sucker on here while it's hot, because I forgot to do this while it was cool. So let's get some of this in here. There's onion on top and red pepper at the back, underneath. So we're just going to put some of those in there. Welcome to the latest episode of van camping. Nope, van cooking. That's it. Very good. Whoops. Make sure you throw some onions around. I feel much better in this spot. I'm glad I moved. There was this man who walked past my spot a half a dozen times and just kept giving me the eyeball. And well, that just made me uncomfortable. And I think that, as I said before, you should always trust your instincts. So I figured, given how isolated that spot was and that there was very few people there, I feel better here. All right, with clean hands. So we're just going to make a, soft taco thing. Nothing authentic here. Let's put the lid on here. Just using up stuff that was in the fridge at home and freezer. But I think this will be good. I'm not sure if I will actually heat up that rice or not. I think I'll have plenty of food here without doing that. So maybe I won't. I always like to bring options. I've got some pasta. Those little packets that are like this, but there's some that have pasta in them. You can get them at the dollar store. And I like to always have some of those when I'm camping. Also, you can get packets like this that have like Bombay potatoes or a chickpea curry in them. And then you can get the little packets of plain white rice. Those are great for camping because all you have to do is heat them up. And it's super easy. And it keeps you from having to make a big mess. So it's 22 degrees here. No idea what that is in Fahrenheit. I think it's like 74 degrees Fahrenheit or something. So it's really quite nice. Okay, let's let that get a little softer. I'm going to add the taco seasonings. And I'll just scoop it onto some of these and eat it with a little bit of this sauce. Now, I normally would use salsa, but this is just so easy to take when you're camping and just have in your fridge. Like I said earlier, I gave you my updated van tour. Not really. Not a whole lot has changed in here. I've just added a few things, like I added that fridge and, a few little things. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same. The screen at the back has been great. And obviously hooking up that MaxxAir fan to the battery bank is really awesome. Just didn't realize that, of course, I can't use my fridge and have them both plugged into the same battery bank. But that's okay because I have a Vitamin. The fridge is pulling 30, 31, 32 watts. And the compressor's running right now. When the compressor stops, because it's a compressor fridge, so it only runs compressor to keep the temperature, it uses 4 or 5 watts. So I probably would keep that plugged into the big battery bank and then try the smaller battery bank for the fan, because it only takes 4 or 5 watts. I think I'll add a little water in there to steam it a bit. It just softens things up a little faster. Turn this up. I'm so glad I have this bug screen on front and back because there are wasps around. And so this is really nice knowing that I don't have to worry about wasps getting in. Or any other bug, because there's nothing worse when you're trying to sleep and there's something either flitting around your face or buzzing. Do I want to add some onion and garlic powder? Probably, eh? Probably should. Let's see what we got here. That's the salt. That's the onion powder. And that's the garlic powder. Whoops! A lot of onion powder, apparently. Let's try not to put quite so much garlic powder in there. All right. Maybe a little paprika, because you know how much I love me my paprika. All right. These look good. Okay. Let's add the sausage in there. The only thing I don't have in my van is a toilet. I have an emergency one that you sort of fold the legs out and put a bag in. But I have ordered a diverting one that I'm pretty sure will fit under the bed. I'm going to build a box around it with maybe a cushion top so it can be used as an ottoman or an extra seat if you need it. And it's going to be for number ones only. But I think for longer trips, it'll be really nice to have that. I do have my shiwi and a bottle for emergencies or for nighttime. I think we need a little bit more butter in there because it is getting a little dry after adding those spices. Wish I had brought some oil, but butter's working. I'm gonna add rice to this because this is turning out to be a fair amount of food, and it will make maybe like 3, maybe even 4 of those tacos, which is really enough for me. I am indecisive. Not a big surprise. Yum. Okay, let's add this. Or at least some of it. Maybe not all of it. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Ah. I'm telling you. I really like these Huggies wipes for when I'm camping because they're plant-based and they're 99% pure, which is nice. So that means that I can use them for like cleaning things too if I'm in a pinch and I just need to clean a knife real quick, or obviously my body. But I also use them on my face. They're really great when you're camping. Needs the rest. Needs a little bit more. Maybe not all of it, but a little bit more. And a little bit of water. All right, good. So we can turn that off. We can have another sip. Yep. And I think we'll put a little cheese on here. so that it melts when we put the filling on. You guys have heard me say ad nauseum, I'm sure, how much I like this Daya oat cream cheese. Okay. Yep, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Bonus points if you know where that's from. Okay. Now it looks like there's, oh, it's perfect. Just enough for 3. Next thing I'm going to do is add a little water to this pan. So it is a lot easier to clean later. Obviously I've got the little drainer, little dish strainer drain in there, so it'll catch all the chunks, which is good. I don't like food going into that gray water jug. Now, let's give this, oh wait, I forgot the sauce. I forgot the magic sauce. Oh, look at this. Awesome. Okay, let's give this a taste before I, can you see that? It would be nice if there was a little bit of lettuce or something in there, but I didn't have any at home and I wasn't going to buy some just for the trip, so we're just going to eat it like this. Awesome. Perfect. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to eat this and relax a bit, and I'll see you back here when it comes time to get ready for bed. Not the best lighting, but there's light. Since there's a bathroom here, I'm going to go and brush my teeth, go pee and go brush my teeth there versus in the van. But while I'm gone, I'm going to get some water boiling for my hot water bottle. One of my favorite things to do when I'm camping is to curl up around a hot water bottle when I am sleeping. It's just such an easy way to stay nice and cozy. So, I just wear some socks and a long sleeve shirt and a hot water bottle. I don't wear the hot water bottle, you know what I mean. So while I'm in the bathroom, I'm just going to get the water boiling. And I'll open up the fan again. I'll see you back here in a second. All right. What happened while I was gone? Nothing? Good. Awesome. Managed to get a zip right here. Right before I had to shoot some close-ups. Oh well. That's what happens. All right, so I have washed my face, put a little serum on, put some moisturizer on. This is ready. So we can turn that off. And I actually do like two, you can't see that, almost two full of those to fill up my hot water bottle. Unfortunately, that's a great little kettle, but it's little, and so it takes more than one fill to fill up my hot water bottle as full as I like it. But that's okay. We got nothing but time. We're on holiday, on a little mini break. My hot water bottle cover is the leg of some old sweats. It's the perfect thing. It's fleece inside. It's nice and soft, and this is the right size. So you can buy hot water bottle covers, but if you have a pair of old sweats, works really well. Hashtag, I'm not cheap, I'm thrifty. So what I like to do with my hot water bottle is I like to tuck it under in my sheets by my feet. Make sure that top is on there, nice and tight. And I tuck it down here so that when I get into bed, my feet are warm, and then I can curl up around it. All right, we don't need all these lights. We can turn those off. Yeah, and this one too, I think. And we can get ready for bed. Ooh, it's bright. Oh, looks nice though. Good morning. What a good sleep. Oh my goodness. I slept so well. I always sleep so well on this bed. Tucked. My hot water bottle did great. It's still warm. I always sort of wrap myself around it. So, how did you guys sleep? So, today I was going to pack up and head home. Oh, some stuff I want to do at home, including upload yesterday's video, part 1's video. I think that it's been a success. I'm not sure I want to get up yet. But coffee. Coffee calls. As I always joke, the most important meal of the day. So, let's get up. It's a little overcast, a bit chilly, but still nice. I think this morning, coffee and some cereal, maybe an orange. I don't feel like a big breakfast. Yesterday's coffee was quite strong, so we're gonna do a little bit less this morning. For those of you asking why I use instant coffee, I like instant coffee, and it's easy. Though I do sometimes also bring the My Joe single cup Keurig coffee maker. And the times that I bring that, I will buy some K-cups, the biodegradable ones. But they're still wasteful, so usually I just make instant coffee because it's easier. And I like it. Yum. Okay, so I'm trying to upload part 1 of this video. It's very slow here, though there is internet, which is nice. So we're only at 5%. I don't know how long that's going to take. I think that our inaugural camping trip went well. No major malfunctions of any of the systems. The reason I moved, I just want to sort of clarify that, was because that first spot had 0 cell service. And a neighbor that was maybe being a little too curious. And as a woman camping alone, I just thought, yeah, it's very, very secluded. And if I was with somebody else, probably wouldn't have been a problem. But I just didn't feel comfortable. So I decided to move. And you know what? I realized I'm just maybe not one of these back roads, Crown land, BLM land, if you're in the U.S., campers. Not by myself. I just don't feel comfortable. I prefer to be where there's other people. I just feel safer. And let's face it, the bathrooms are better. So that is the way it is. And have some cereal. And I like to bring these little single serving oat milks. You can get these in almond milk as well. I don't know about soy. And they're perfect for camping when you just don't want to have a big container, because they're shelf stable. So you can just put one in the cooler, or 1 or 2 in the cooler at a time. So, I'm headed home. It looks like there's blue sky poking out of the clouds. It's a lovely day. And I had a really relaxing time, especially once I moved. And I realized something, as my father-in-law likes to say, I was thinking whilst I was sleeping. And as with so many things, something that I've been thinking about, pondering, trying to figure out a solution for, a solution presented itself, an obvious solution, as I was coming awake this morning, probably about 4:30. That's always the way it works for me. He is such a wise man, because that's what I think of when he says, I was thinking whilst I was sleeping. Anyways, if you'll remember, I was mentioning that I had connected the Max Air fan to done the wiring to connect it to a 12 volt DC plug that I was plugging into my Blue Eddy. And then of course I realized that my fridge, when I'm camping, also gets plugged into a 12 volt plug and needs to be plugged into the Blue Eddy. I said that I guess I would just have to bring my Vitamin as well. But then, of course, I realized that you can get an adapter that plugs into a single 12 volt outlet that gives you two 12 volt outlets. So that's what I'll get, and I can plug that in. The obvious solution, and there were probably a number of you watching me talk about that going, just get an adapter. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just get an adapter and it will be fine. So yeah, then I can run my fan and my fridge. And the fridge, so this is the first time that I have used the bodega fridge overnight camping. And when the compressor kicks in, so first of all, it's a hell of a lot quieter than that electric cooler that I had. That thing was on all the time, super loud. I couldn't set the temperature, just a cooler, really, which is fine, but not what I wanted when I was camping. The bodega is great in that you can set the temperature. It's so much quieter. It's a fridge or freezer, depending on what you want. But last night was the first time that I had it on overnight. And when the compressor kicks in, I did hear it. It's very low, but I did hear it. But I'll get used to that. It's not something that would force me to turn it off overnight or anything like that. But it's working great, and it's the most recent addition to the van interior. And I'm really grateful that I have it. It just makes life so much easier. I hate coolers with ice, and I would bring my small cooler with ice for drinks if I was going for multiple days and just wanted the fridge for food and not pop or beer or anything like that. I'd just have that small cooler, put a bag of ice in it. It would just be for cans and bottles. But for a weekend, you don't need that. And you don't have to have all your pop and all your beer in the fridge at one time anyways, right? You take one out, you put one in. And so really it would be fine. So I'm enjoying the drive home. I'm going to stop in Campbell River and get a couple of groceries. Then get home to finish uploading part 1 of this video. So when you're watching this, you'll have already watched part 1. It will have come out late on Sunday because the internet at the campground just was not sufficient. Even after hours, it was only at 12% upload. So guys, thanks for coming along. I knew I could only go for one night, but I just didn't want to waste another weekend sitting at home going, gee, I wish I was out camping. So even one night is enough to just make your blood pressure go and relax. And it's so much fun. So I hope you guys are doing well. If you camp, I hope you're getting out camping. Let me know if you do. Let me know, do you guys like to wild camp, crownland camp, boondock, that sort of thing? Do you ever get a little freaked out and decide to move? I'd love to hear that. And in the meantime, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It doesn't cost you anything. It really helps the channel grow. To those of you who are subscribed, check to make sure you're still subscribed, because sometimes YouTube unsubscribes people for some reason off channels. Don't understand why that is. But thank you for watching. To my Patreons, thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate that. That's just another level of support that I appreciate. And as always, remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind, including to yourself. I love you, and I'll see you next time.